Good evening, um, or afternoon or morning. I guess it depends where you are at this time. Um, Maybe good day, that, but that's more like bye. Okay, well, we'll figure that out later. Right now, you're gonna do some DHCP server configuration, okay? Also known as Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol. All right, so we got our nice picture here. In this lab, we will learn how to configure a router, say DHCP server. We're going to set up pools for our different subnets, exclude static IPs from the pool, ones that we don't want being changed, right? And then these IP addresses are going to be dynamically assigned to PCs in the different subnets, okay? Why do we use this? It's very simple. This is very simple to understand. This is just automation. So you need an IP address to communicate, right? Your computers, whether it wants to communicate with another computer or go on the internet, needs an IP address. Um, so instead of like if you work in an office, every time someone gets hired, you got to introduce a new computer or something like that. Instead of manually having to input the IP address, boom, it just happens automatically. Like at home, you have your router, you can plug in your computer, right away it gets an IP address. You plug in your gaming system, right away, IP address, right? Uh, and it's as simple as that, really, to be honest. Uh, This is, yeah, well, we're going to use this topology, basically similar. Okay, let's just get to packet tracer. So, this is the same topology, the router on a stick that we used last time. All the configurations are the same. So now we're going to make this router, we're going to change it into a DHCP server. So we changed the name, it's now a DHCP server. And well, also, these two are not lonely anymore, right? We hooked them up. So now we got Mr. Switch, we got Mrs. Switch. Name them whatever you want. Again, make it your own, right? So basically everything we're going to have to do now is within the router. So we're going to open the router. We're going to get into enable mode. We're going to get into global configuration mode, or, easier config mode. And now, so first, we are going to exclude the addresses that we do not want being changed. These are like especially gateway addresses, things like that, because if your gateway address changes, your whole network goes down, right? And you didn't even know. So we do not want that changing automatically now. So to exclude these, remember our networks, all right? Let me get this window out of the way here. I'm gonna put IP DHCP almost DHCP excluded hyphen address. You say hyphen or dash? I don't know, dash hyphen, whatever you like. And now we're gonna type in IP, the IP range that we want excluded. So we're gonna 192.168.10.1 because we want that gateway excluded, right? And we're gonna do to what should we do it to? Dot 10? Dot 10 dot 10? Why not? Sure, why not? Okay. Now we're gonna do it for VLAN 20. So again, if you're a beginner, I suggest you type this all out manually just to get used to it. If you're not that much of a beginner, then use the up arrow just to make things quicker. It's up to you. You decide, right? So, pal, those are excluded. And we're also gonna do VLAN 3 as well. We're gonna add it just to see, just to build up our network a little bit, right? Bam. There it is. Okay. So now that we have excluded all of these, now we can go on and creating our pools. Okay. So to do that, the first one I'm going to do is here, VLAN 10, which is the HR pool, right? Our HR team. So we're going to put IP DHCP pool, and we're going to name it HR pool. You can name it whatever you want. Again, Godzilla pool, you can name it, bathwater, I don't know. Name it whatever you want, right? And that's it. So there's our pool. There's our name. You can see it changed from config mode to DHCP config, right? So we're on the right track. Now we gotta give it what network that it's in. So network 192.168.10.0. And of course, of course, we gotta put in the subnet mask, and I see a typo, so I will correct it before I hit enter. Is it now? Oh, yes, it is. Yes, it is. Thank you for catching me, Packet Tracer. There we go. Okay. And now we got to enter our gateway address. So to do that, you're going to do default router and then the gateway for this network. So which will be 192.168.10.1. Remember, the gateway address is always going to be the same as the network address. Oops, this one right here, except it'll be a 1. Yeah, anytime you see a 1 at the end, it's like 99.9% of the time, it's the router's address. So we're going to put in that, and then we're going to put in our DNS server, and if we're going to put in just 8.8.8.8, not DSN. We don't know what DSN. Making too many typos in this video. I don't like it. I don't like it. But we're going to keep going anyways, okay? So we've done that. Now we got to do the pools for sales and VLAN 30, which is IT, right? Okay, so for speed's sake, I'm going to do this autofill with the up arrow. Again, if you want to do it manually for practice, please go ahead. We're going to name it sales pool, okay? And now we got to add the network, which is 20.0. Oh, I don't have to put in the subnet mask. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Okay. And now we got to do the DNS. Oh, no, we got to do the router. The router, don't forget the router. Stick in that gateway address there. Now we do the DNS server. Make sure it's DNS and not DSN. Oh, beautiful. Okay. And now on to the last one here. So we're going to name this one IT pool. Beautiful. Okay. And we got to put in the address, not the subnet, unless you're doing it manually. If you are, good for you. Good work. Keep it up. We got to put in our gateway. So this will be .30.1. And we got to put in our DNS server, 8.8.8.8. Okay. Now, let's see if we can check this out here. Sometimes on Packet Tracer, this doesn't work all the time. But this time it did. Perfect. I love when things work. Okay, so we are just checking pools that we've created, right? So it's going to start from here. You're going to get there, that one, this one, da, da, da. Okay. So we're going to close this and now we're going to really make sure that it works. We're going to connect some PCs here. VLAN 1, or 10, 20, and 30, okay? And they should all automatically get IP addresses. So we're going to go to end devices. We're going to get a PC. We're going to get a PC. And we're going to get a PC here. Well, yeah. Why don't we add two here just to make sure that we automatically get two different ones in the same subnet, right? Okay, so we're going to get our cables. We're going to stick it in the back of the PC. For this one, we'll take number one. Why not? And for this one, we shall take number 2. For this one, this is VLAN 20. So VLAN 20 started with ports 10. So we'll stick that in port 10 right over here. And VLAN 3 started at port 20. So we will stick it in port 20. Okay. Stick it in the back of your PC there. Beautiful. Let's fast forward so everything's connected. Okay, the moment of truth. We're going to look in our PC. We're going to change it to DHCP. We should get a 192 address and not a 169. This is taking too long. There we go. Okay. So we got 192.168.10.13. Okay. Beautiful. If we go back here, is it gonna... There, it gave us our gateway automatically. Our DNS automatically. So that's that one. This is PC, what, 6? Let's check out PC 9. Let's make sure we can get 2 in the same subnet. There it is, 14, the very next number. Perfect, beautiful. Just how we want. Let's check VLAN 20. Make sure it's getting its IP addresses. 192.168.2012. Beautiful. All right, and the moment of truth, because you do want all of them to work, all right? We're going to go fast Ethernet 0, and we're going to go to DHCP 30.12. Beautiful. So you've done the commands. You've excluded the IP addresses. You've set up the pools. You've checked that it works, and it does. Congratulations to you. Your network has just been configured to hand out IP addresses automatically. You no longer must waste the time performing this task manually, especially those subnet masks that you always gotta type in. Now, I am gonna give you a high five through the screen, so just hang on 1 second. Great job. Take it easy, and I hope to see you again.